Hey guys, this is Sean from SeanThe.com, and in this video we are going to perform a detailed benchmarking test on our HTC One A9 smartphone. We will see that how much a score is going to get in all of these benchmarking tests, and we will compare the result with rest of the smartphones. So let me tell you that our HTC One A9 comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon octa-core processor, 2 GB of RAM, Adreno 405 GPU, and a 5-inch Full HD screen. So let's see that how good our device is going to get in these benchmarking tests. We have already performed few of them to save your time, like AnTuTu benchmarking and Basemark OS II, and rest of the test we will do here right in front of you. So let's start it with the AnTuTu benchmarking. So you can see the score of our HTC One A9 in AnTuTu benchmarking test is 64,865, which is pretty good. You can see the score achieved in each of the individual tests here in this list. For the 3D test, UX test, CPU and RAM test, the scores are given individually. So if you go to the ranking tab, you can have a look on the scores of rest of the smartphone and compare the result of our device with rest of the devices. You can see that HTC One A9 scored 64,865, which is just below the LG G4. So it's pretty good. You should be getting the idea that how good our device can perform. So let's go back and have a look on remaining benchmarking test. Let's start with Basemark OS II. We have already performed this test as well. We will have a look on the results. So you can see here that the overall score is 948. For the system it's 1602, for memory 1004, for graphics 734, and for web browsing 685. So it's quite okay, but because of the graphics performance and the web browser performance, overall score is a bit less. That's 948 only, but still it's pretty good. If you watch our previous video of many other Android smartphones, you can find the score of all those devices and compare with the score of our HTC One A9 to better get the idea. And now let's go back and do our Quadrant Standard test. We will perform this test right here in front of you. So let's start it. As you can see, it's also detailed test which considers CPU performance, 3D graphics, 2D graphics, and everything. So the FPS we are getting is around 60 here, as you can see at the bottom left corner. So the test is over, and here is the result. So for our HTC One A9, the score is 24,435, which is really very nice. You can see that there is the individual score for CPU, memory, and 2D graphics and 3D graphics, but our main concern is the overall score. And if you have a look on the chart, there are few older devices given in this list, like HTC One X, Samsung Galaxy Tab, Galaxy Nexus, which are pretty old. But if you compare the chart, the length of the chart with these devices, and if you have used any of these devices, you will get the idea that how good our HTC One A9 can perform. So now let's do our last test for today, and that's going to be GeekBench 3 here. So the test is about to be finished now. And here is the score. So for the single core test, the score is 710, and for the multi-core it's 2960. So if you go to these tabs for single core, you can compare the result of our device with the rest of the devices. So LG Nexus 5 scored 860 and Motorola Moto X 69 actually, and our device scored 710. So HTC One A9 comes between LG Nexus 5 and Motorola Moto X when it comes to single core performance on GeekBench 3 benchmarking test. But if you go to the multi-core tab here, we can see that our device is scoring 2960, which is way above the Samsung Galaxy S5. So you can see that in this chart, in this list, our device is scoring the topmost score. The highest was for Samsung Galaxy S5 2836, but our device has scored 2960. So this is a really good and impressive score. So you should be getting the idea that the overall performance of our HTC One A9 will be very good. We will do detailed review of its performance, the gaming performance test and the benchmarking test we have already performed to see that how good it's going to perform in real life scenario. So thanks for watching the video, friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more videos, tips and tricks and hands-on reviews like this. Have a nice day.